Unofficial pre-show for the 2025 Austin Major. I'm Dark Mike, and I'm joined by my favorite and only co-host, Omar Alon. We're here in Austin, Texas, coming to you every day of the Major before the matches start. We've got CS gameplay, commentary, and interviews all before the crack of noon. And to top it all off, we have yet another host. It's Spy!
Let's go, Omar! It's upside down. Thank you, Omar. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're essentially making a pre-show for the Major that happens before the official pre-show, streaming live out of an Airbnb that didn't technically say we couldn't make a morning show out of it.
At just about 10 minutes away from the Moody Center, we are in the thick of all the CS action taking place this weekend, all without having to pay for pesky studio time.
That's right, and we did all this work so that we could bring you all the latest groundbreaking news from Austin as it happens. And the fact that we also have access to a pool is a nice bonus.
It is.
And speaking of nice bonuses, let's see what kind of bonus goodness is waiting for us later on in the show. Bye. Let the people at home know what to expect out of our final show of the series.
Alrighty, fellas, we're taking it down here with a couple of laptops. We're kicking off the day with a bang as we wrap up our weekend-long interview series with the man, the myth, the legendary CEO of Val, Gabe Newell. We have an exclusive interview we captured during his return to Texas for the first NA Major in years, and it's coming up later on in the show. Then we have another guest gracing our show, this time in the physical form. It's the man after my hairstyle heart and the GOAT of NA. It's a Casanova Canada, Twistzz. And then finally, rounding out the show with a very special game. It's Closest Sticker 2, or CS2. The ultimate test of Counter-Strike knowledge, and everyone at home will get to play along. Stick around, because we have a jam-packed show, and it all starts right now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Fi. You really know how to close a
Hell
laptop.
yeah.
Hell yeah, he does.
We have so much on today's show that I almost forgot we're supposed to be talking about the games at the Major.
Good catch. Let's fulfill our promise to talk Counter-Strike in First Contact, Top Shots. Welcome to Top Shots, where we actually show relevant Counter-Strike gameplay from the previous day's matches.
This weekend has been an absolute hotbed of amazing moments, which is good for us because we didn't have to think too hard about pulling the top 5 clips every day.
And by we, he means our production crew, as the clips are selected by a crack team of overstimulated producers. Isn't that right, guys? Now you get it one day, bud. So,
He's trying to party popper.
come back.
He got it, he got it. Yay!
You know, it's only the last day. So even we haven't seen this top 5, but Fi has. Fi, can you introduce the first clip, please?
But of course, Jarvis Michaels, only the finest clips here make it the top shot, and here we're taking on 910, ending it versus Pain Gaming as clip number 5.
The Mongols play.
910's going to post up with this open connector. Smoked off for now, sure, but it is going to fade. He's pushing.
Oh, the start of cinema.
Dude, they're like 4 versus 4, and he just pushes through the E-box smoke for the kill, dude. It's this. See, this is why you love the Mongols, because they just do not care.
I mean, I think they do care. They probably care a lot, actually.
I think they. Look at this, man.
They have the power of heart, Fi. That's how you ought. Is the power of heart. Everyone thinks it's about reaction times and accuracy and movement.
Look at the confidence, man.
Power of heart, man. That's where it's all at.
The confidence is something else. I mean, you know they could be pushing in from main, and you're just standing there holding it down, dude. Whoa.
Locking it in. Shout out to 910.
910, my goat. 910 is my goat for the tournament major MVP on the way, baby.
Mongolia.
Zywoo's got nothing on this guy. All right.
Scream if you love Mongolia, Fi.
Scream if you love Mongolia. All right.
I gotta admit, I'm on the Kool-Aid now.
Yeah, you're full
I'm heavy on
Mongolian?
it, dude. I boarded the train yesterday.
You were justifying it to me yesterday. You're like, well, I'm Asian basically, so pretty much Mongolian.
Look, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, but
Yep.
Pakistan is a country in Asia.
Born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, Mongolian by heart.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
We are all Mongolian today, fellas. As here,
Except for the French,
except for the French
And the British.
and the British.
Israelis, and Estonians.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
think they have an Australian
Estonians get a
performance
pass.
coach.
They're pretty cool.
They've got an Australian performance coach.
Okay. I mean, bro, who cares? Anyways, clip number 4 here. More Mongols highlights. Let's go! I like how there's just some Mongols graffiti in the middle of the open, by the way. It's so cinematic to this clip. You'll see.
You can see that standoff behind the smoke. Big Uzera lingers in that con, waiting to pinch. Spots out Senzu in the window.
I've learned one thing from this major, is that the MP9 needs another way.
I saw the graffiti. That was sick.
Graffiti.
That was sick, dude. I hope we see more plays like that.
That's just how the Mongols play. Like, you could sit in the 4v4 and, let them plant, play a retake.
You know do you have the Mag 7 clip in here, by the way, before I talk about it?
Oh, the jumping Mag 7? There's no jumping Mag 7.
You don't have the jumping Mag 7? The only reason I'm disappointed that Inferno game wasn't a comeback is because that would have been a graffiti.
That would have been like a cinematic masterpiece, but no, we
How
did
many
not.
kills was that? 3?
Three jumping Mag 7 kills, all just pogoing over half wall.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
Absurd. When they were 11-1 down, 12-1 down?
I think it's 12-1, and
12-1.
12-1.
Apex just goes for a crowd entertaining clip.
Would have been the most
Honorable
insane comeback
mention here
if that
in
kicked
today's
off a
top
comeback.
shots, but he was using a shotgun, so it's not necessarily like a crazy shot. There's no flicks involved in that.
True.
So I'm
So
just saying.
what did you get that you think's better than that?
Well, let's go ahead and see that in clip number 3.
Ooh, okay.
To get an early warning system. Flames up top. Gets away with a lot
Love
of
a bit of
damage.
train.
Brolin squeezed out from Pop. Gonna try and run it out into the yard.
This shot, ready?
Oh, and this one here too.
I wish he just kept swinging.
If that one hit right there, it would have been over.
The chosen one.
It would have been so cool if he just kept swinging. Like that. Look, people make the joke of like Lan, Zywoo, highlight, name it. But like,
There's
if he
so many. There's so many.
Well, there's so many 3Ks, but where's the ace? Where's that? Zywoo kept swinging. He could have really imprinted himself into CS history right there if he goes for like an ace in that round. I'm just saying.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He's the chosen one. He was born on the day the game released.
I call him the golden boy because he's just too perfect. He's just like he's just a happy little guy. Yeah, I hit a couple op flicks in the server, but
I don't know. He's starting to strut it a little bit. He did say he wanted to play simple in the final. He's starting to let the ego hang just a little bit. I will say it's authentic. He is actually that guy where he's just like, yes, I just won whatever trophy, and now I'm gonna like go hang out with some chickens. He's just a guy.
I feel like he
Just a
like
guy.
lives on a farm in the countryside.
He does not anymore, but that is where he grew up. He's a good dude.
I just wasn't ready for
That's
that.
on point.
He's a good dude. Anyways, what's clip number 2? Is it a good dude?
Yeah, I think it's a good clip. Let's run it.
Give me that clip.
Number 2.
The underpass, smoke and dip, con, window smokers.
This,
NQZ, AW.
I wish he got 4 kills because this would have been our 4K play of the day, but this is probably my favorite sequence from yesterday.
He played with so much heart, man.
NQZ.
Yeah, dude.
I think he really, this major was like the sort of coming out party of NQZ, where you've always seen these moments of being an absolute stud, and this major he was just like, yeah, I am that guy. 100%. No
The
doubt.
crowd was going crazy at this clip. Oh, lockdown. You know they had a whole like group of people playing like a whole band.
The drums.
Yeah.
The drums. That was so fire.
The Brazilian fan sections.
Yeah.
Legit.
It was sick.
You know, they were, I mean,
What's funny is they brought all the fan like equipment for Furia and Pain, and then they just swapped between them.
man. I mean, NQZ standing up right there as well is super sick. Like, he's only 20, by the way. Just
Young
to put
dude.
that into perspective, like
He deserves that, man.
we're gonna be seeing a lot more of this guy.
I remember when he was on 9Z, people from the region were telling me it's like this guy's going to be it. He's going to be legit. Like he's the next, huge prodigy. And then we just kind of had a 2-year stretch of like, yeah, I mean, like he's pretty good. And now it feels like we're getting, oh yeah, he's that guy.
He is the best offer in Brazil
yeah.
right now. That type of thing.
Best offer in the Americas, probably.
Yeah, probably in the entire like Western.
We're not so good at offers.
Western
up here.
Hemisphere. Let's go.
We're not so good at offers up in North America.
I don't know what it is about the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, but it just like it just
spawn offers.
does not spawn offers.
Hey,
over
look,
here.
Skadoodle's playing in the show match today, so maybe we can tempt him out of retirement.
Yo, flick of the wrist, come back, Skadoodle.
Roll it back.
Yeah.
Tyler Latham, my guy.
Yeah, but like, man, NQZ one for the future there. But there was one ace yesterday, and it had to be the #1 spot, or else I think people would get angry at me. So let's go ahead and check out the only ace from yesterday. Let's go.
Molotov lobbed in from Apex, just denying the lower walkout, and that's going to lend Flames the timing to go and fight mid. Oh, Mao's attempt to respond by battling through that Molotov in lower. And that's a decision they'll come to regret, but this comes from a place of desperation. That bomb out in no man's land.
Like, Flames is either the best player in the game or the worst player in the server.
Well,
It's
the fun Flames lore for today, for the grand final, is that this is his 22nd birthday. It's the 22nd Counter-Strike Major.
on June 22nd.
On June 22nd.
What?
Yeah, it's Flames' birthday today. It's also Scrawny's
Happy
birthday,
birthday, dude.
and he'll be casting the game,
Oh,
which is very cool. So dope for him that he gets to cast a major grand final on his birthday. And then Flamesy could lift the 22nd major trophy on his 22nd birthday on the 22nd of June.
that would be insane. That would be actually insane for him.
The stars are lining up.
Yeah, it's not the most insane. This clip is not the most insane hype moments in Aura, but I feel like I would have guilt inside of my body if he got an ace and didn't make the top 5 here or didn't claim #1.
No, he earned it, man.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
Me personally, ace with a rifle, meh. 3K with a Mag 7 jumping over half.
hell yeah.
That's what gets me
Apex,
going.
the crowd favorite.
Least favorite. It's a confusing relationship. They hate to love, he loves
I
to
mean,
hate.
the American crowd just loves the underdog. We are all cheering on for the sports, like the sports movie story. You know?
I think the Apex hate has also transformed beyond into like, it's a weird way of support.
They love him.
Yeah.
They love him. Deep down, I
hate
think
to
they
love.
him.
Yeah,
love
you know
him
what?
so
We all respect Team Vitality at
Absolutely,
that point. You know.
No, I think they legitimately, like, I think Apex might be the most popular player on the
He
stage
is.
today. Just, they're gonna boo him.
They're gonna boo him because it's fun.
The whole time.
It's fun to boo.
It's good for the culture, man.
Yeah. Honestly, like I kind of like this evolution of Counter-Strike culture where we just hate to hate, man. We just hate to hate.
I hate to hate. I don't know how I feel about that overall, but for Apex, I think he's all right with it.
Yeah, I think that wraps it up here, Mike.
That does. That concludes our top 5 plays of the day, but not our gameplay review section.
There's still one more very important, very rhyming clip to talk about. The Alienware 4K play of the day.
We've celebrated aces, clutches, and everything else great in Counter-Strike. But here, we like to shine a spotlight on our favorite type of clip. It's time for the 4K.
It's heroic, impressive, and also ties in nicely with our sponsors, so it's impossible not to love it. 5, let the people at home know who the winner of this prestigious distinction is.
But absolutely with pleasure, Omar. I want the. Can I help the trophy? Can I help the trophy? Thank you, weird hand from below my desk. With pleasure, today's Alienware 4K Play of the Day is none other than NQZ. If only there was a 4K OLED high refresh monitor that we could watch it on.
Fine. You're sitting next to an AW2725Q. It has all those specs.
You're right. It's perfect. Let's watch it on this beautiful monitor.
On the board, round 11.
Here's the desperation push in middle, just found. Taken as the boots hit the ground. Great shot there from 9-10, but it's NQZ with the superior sniper work this time. The util was there to try and pressure that plat, but the rotation, there was enough time.
Dude, that shot right there is just so fast, man, onto Senzu.
Witness.
And he gets a lovely, prestigious 4K because, gosh darn it, NQZ, why couldn't you get a 4K on that Mirage clip? You would have won it right on there, but alas, too many 3Ks today. But you get an Alienware 4K Play of the Day trophy anyways. So roll that B-roll, please. That scared the hell out of me. Woo!
I found it happening.
Please warn this very nice British guy at the table next time you use a party popper. And you know what? Because of the inky blacks, amazing refresh rate, and existing B-roll of this Alienware monitor, I also want to give another Alienware 4K Play of the Day trophy to this 27-inch 4K Alienware OLED monitor.
Rest in peace, water.
How many party poppers do you guys have? No, they have more! No, they have more! And with that, we've given out our final award for the Austin Major. Back to you guys!
I think I'll miss that clip most of all. Wow, the end of an era, and you know how much I love eras. Thanks, Fi. You know, all these melancholy feelings of sadness are really making me want to make a change around here.
I agree. Maybe we could make it even sadder and more depressing.
I was thinking of a positive shift, but I like your suggestion. Let's do it! This is a celebration of all things failure. It's time for Shut Down.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today on the last day of the Austin Major to say goodbye to some pretty good teams.
Not extremely good teams. Those go to the finals. But the pretty good ones. Still tried really hard and they should get something.
Not a trophy or money, but something. Which is why we're going to give them the recognition they deserve in the form of a live streamed eulogy.
And after said eulogy, we'll shut them down until the next major, or until Alienware wants to do this again. Their choice. Up first is Mao's. This is a photo of Spinks. He tried. He couldn't quite get there. He tried. Torji cried. But it's okay, Torji. The next major's in your hometown of Budapest. So just try and win that one.
Moving on to our last shutdown of the series, and it's a painful one. And I mean that both as a pun and as an accurate description of how I feel. Because it's pain gaming. Pain, we watched you with all of our hearts, and you let us down with all of yours.
But in reality, the love is strong and it's a hopeful future. And with that, we bid thee farewell.
And with that, we say goodbye to the last two teams. We hope we offered some kind of solace, but we highly doubt that we did.
That being said, we killed it with the sponsor integration. High five!
This was shut down. You might be watching this and thinking, wow, this show is a bastion of serious journalistic integrity, and you would be right.
We're also a bastion of groundbreaking journalist integrity, too. And that's going to be shockingly apparent in the next 60 seconds.
A few weeks ago, we took a shot in the dark and emailed the Valve CEO, Gabe Newell, asking for an interview. And to our surprise, he reads his public email every day, and sometimes he even responds.
Luckily, he got back to our message and agreed to an interview while he was in Texas for the major.
We sent our field correspondent to shoot the interview, and what we got was nothing less than a journalistic triumph. This is Gabe Gab.
Hello everyone, welcome to a very special interview with Gabe Newell, the CEO of Valve, and some guy who decided to sit next to him. Guys, welcome. Gabe, I'm surprised you even said yes to this interview, so thank you. What did you like about the show that made you want to come on?
There's a bunch of stuff that we thought was not particularly interesting, but that clearly was interesting to them. And so this was sort of like, okay, well, maybe we should be, just sort of having these kinds of conversations with you guys more.
Of course. Now, I want to thank you again. I know that you've recently been really busy building out a doomsday bunker in New Zealand. Is that true?
So you guys understand the fact that there's a little, bit of sensitivity there.
Totally understand, but just to be clear, that is what you've been doing, right?
People should just keep it in mind that occasionally
it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It is actually a thing.
Interesting. Now, people have been asking why Valve haven't been making very many games recently. Do you have any info on why there aren't any new titles?
Part of the reason that the company doesn't have titles, nobody was assigned to work on it.
Interesting. If I could make a suggestion, maybe just have somebody work on it?
That's a little less exciting than doing something that's more positive, right? I mean,
surely you guys have enough money to make the games.
So the scarce commodity here is not money, and we don't know how to do what we do.
You forgot how to make games.
Simple answer is yes.
But surely it would be best to figure that out, yeah?
How much value is the gaming community getting out of playing games, right? This total macroeconomic level thing, right?
What does it even mean? Do you just expect us to take that as a good answer, Gabe? That's nonsense.
Either that or you're incredibly unprofessional, and you guys will eventually implode.
Jeez, fine. Do you just want me to sit here and say, wow, Gabe, everything you guys are doing are awesome. How'd you make CS2 so amazing?
That's a really friendly question. That's not an aggressive question. That means I actually care enough about what you're doing to be really curious about your decision-making process, and I might have something to contribute, as opposed to, I'm challenging your authority to make that decision and I'm questioning the output of your process.
But for the sake of argument, what if you fix problems with Counter-Strike, like, I don't know, the netcode or skin gambling?
You have a million customers, right?
This is going nowhere. Let's switch gears to esports. What are you looking forward to in terms of Valve esports?
Adding some super sexy feature to the next Dota release.
Okay, I'm interested. Got it. But unfortunately, we are here to talk Counter-Strike.
This sounds kind of like a stupid, why are we,
Are you saying Counter-Strike is stupid?
Your average esport competitor does not look like the traditional Nobel Prize winner.
Okay, we should relax. People might get their feelings hurt about that. What about NA Counter-Strike? Surely you must be a little proud of that.
It's a collection of mistakes.
It's a collection of mistakes, but you're actually kind of happy. You're like, we're better at doing this than we used to be.
Okay, so you do have a positive outlook. Now, what advice would you give NA viewers looking to get into Counter-Strike?
I guess we drink Jaeger.
This might have been a bad idea. Maybe we should wrap this up. Anything else you want to share with our viewers?
Tell me if this is interesting or not.
Sure. Gabe? You okay? Buddy? Gabe? Is that what you want me to see? The pen spinning? Pretty good at it. Okay. Any parting words for the viewers at home?
Pinkie Pie is best pony. There.
Thanks, Gabe. That was some truly eye-opening insight and some medium good pen spinning. Now, if you're watching this and you've got questions like, what am I looking at? Who are these people? And why did Gabe look 10 years younger in that? Then allow us to answer all three.
This is First Contact with Alienware, the officially unofficial morning pre-show for the 2025 CS Major here in Austin, Texas.
We're broadcasting live from an Airbnb we rented and turned into our makeshift studio down the street from the Moody Center.
All week long, we've been live before the main broadcast starts to give you all the best commentary, interviews, and a bunch of other CS-related goodness, for better or for worse.
And while you caught us on our last day, there's still so much more in this episode to look forward to, like an upcoming in-studio guest and an Alienware OLED gaming monitor giveaway.
So don't go anywhere because there's still a bunch to come.
Oh, and Gabe looked younger because stem cells. Anyway, let's get our guests beamed into the studio for our last interview of the Major. Please put your hands together for Twistzz.
Twist.
Thank you for joining us. How has your time been here in Austin, Texas? You enjoying the sun?
Oh yeah, it's really hot. I've been here for 2 weeks now, and yeah, I'm feeling kind of ready to go home. That's okay.
Let's start this interview on a positive note. Positive note. We all love home. We're all ready to be home at some point. You had a bit of a wild signing session yesterday. I saw individual one rocking through. A lot of fans rolling through. How you been loving the local audience?
It's super nice. I know when we did our first signing session as a team, like they closed the line pretty early, so not many. I know a lot of people got blocked out, and yeah, wanted to go back and make sure that some people who may have not had the opportunity get their opportunity, or at least have another chance. That's good. I mean, if we're gonna be here for tons of obligations and so on, I also want to do stuff that, that I would want to make my own obligation and give back to the fans. So yeah.
It is always kind of interesting, that relationship with the fans, right? Like, that's what makes this whole thing work. It's sort of the beating heart of CS in general. Do you have any special interactions, any weird ones? What's the weirdest thing you signed?
I mean, I signed someone's calf. Got tattooed. They got tattooed.
Wow.
It actually turned out pretty good. Looked good.
Yeah?
Apparently so good that someone else came back and wanted me to sign their wrist. Sign their wrist, and then they want to get their wrist tattooed.
That's gonna be. I heard that's
two
like one of the
tattoos
most.
in one event is probably. I've never had anything like that. Signed some horse masks.
Okay, I did see one of those horse masks. You
yeah.
flexed the signature at me. Very impressive.
And yeah, I think that's it. But definitely the calf and the wrist. Yeah.
How do you feel about permanently marking two people's bodies at this point?
Not so bad. I mean, I updated my signature.
Yeah.
I feel like it's way more like, it's nicer to look at. So at least when I saw the tattoo, I was like, holy shit, it actually turned out like good.
Yeah.
I was a bit worried for him when I was drawing it. So.
Did you put the giant sticker belt buckle around it?
Like the border, the sticker border.
Oh, that would've
No,
been
no.
the sticker
Honestly,
border.
like
Giant belt.
if I take some art classes, then maybe I can pull it off.
Nah, it looks fire actually. I seen it, man. That tattoo did come out really sick, low key.
That's dope. Omar, have you ever signed anyone and gotten them tattooed?
Not a body part, but people have gotten my like community name tattooed on their body. So when he did that, I was like, all right, yeah, I have something like that too, okay? I was like, I'm somebody too, all right? So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole tattoo thing. Even you were like, you sure you want to do this? Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool though.
I'm curious to hear from your perspective, Twistzz. We were talking about it earlier, the unique relationship that's developed between Apex and the US crowd these days of walking out there and getting booed like crazy and the FU Apex chants. He kind of makes it work. Do you think it's love from the audience? Do you think it's hate? How would you feel if you walked out and 10,000 people booed you?
I think it's just entertainment purposes, and I think the North American crowd has always wanted the underdog to win. So whoever is usually the favorite is gonna get booed, ideally, or unless the team has like a massive amount of support, like FaZe did. I don't know. Apex, obviously, I think he really buys into, getting booed. He doesn't really care anymore at this point in his career. I don't think he should add fuel to it though. So I think he should just let it happen. Fueling it is one thing, but he should just let it happen,
Yeah. Every interview, every rise to the stage.
He's not doing a fist bump as he walks down the aisle as well to his booth as well.
I mean, had the same thing before, like when in 2018 playing Charlotte all the time. Like, yeah, I mean, at some point I stopped fist bumping the crowd, like walking out. I did not care anymore because like they booed anyway. So I kind of I gave up on, doing that.
Trying to play to the fans here and stuff like that. It's just like, you know what, they hate me anyways, and I'm not even gonna pretend to like it anymore at that point, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of like the fist bumps, do you ever worry like someone in the crowd's gonna like accidentally like hit your knuckle wrong or something? Isn't that like a mental thing, right?
It is for sure. I mean, technically there's no safety.
Yeah.
I don't want to give. I'm not gonna say ideas.
Let's not give any ideas.
I'm not gonna give any ideas right now. But yeah, it's definitely a thought sometimes.
It's a little scary, man. Accidentally somebody hits like a nerve or something, Yeah, I'd tweak
That's
on it.
fine.
Usually the biggest problem, which is not actually the case here, they actually made a lot of room for the players to walk out.
cool.
Yeah.
Usually it's so claustrophobic walking out. Like you want to have your arms like fully extended. Usually I'm like this, like walking through, and I'm just like, it is uncomfortable actually. It's not nice. Yeah.
IEM was really tight, right? Back
Yeah,
then?
yeah. All the walk-ins were super tight. No space, and honestly, like I've had people like full grab my arm like before, and I get like kind of pulled back. Yeah.
Yeah, remember the etiquette. It's just a light graze. We don't want to, no gripping. No gripping. If there's a grip going on in the walkouts, you've done something horribly wrong.
I remember even like back then in Chicago, like Taco had an injury on his hand, so he was like worried about like people hitting his hand. Remember he got like...
I don't think he hit anyone's hand. At least he did not use his right hand in the walkout. I don't think he did that, so... Which he shouldn't, you risk like infection or whatever.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious. So we have MOUZ, right? Right now, they've kind of gotten to the situation where you were back in 2018, where there's that like one team that's like the boogeyman for them that they can't quite get over the hurdle. For them, it's Vitality. For you guys back then, it was Astralis. You talked about playing that 2018 Astralis squad. With the luxury of time now, years later, thinking about the way you thought about it back then and what it became for the team back then, do you have any advice for that MOUZ team for how to get that sort of ghost out of your mind?
Completely mental. It's mental for the entire team. And you have to fight against another team gaining so much confidence against you specifically that you have to try to break the curse, because you're already at a disadvantage the second the matchup is happening, because like Astralis back then and Vitality now, they already know that they're so much better than you in their minds, that their confidence is through the roof. So yeah, they really just have to shake it. And it seems like with each game they play, like they get closer to accomplishing, finally beating them. Like beating Vitality 13-4 on Inferno is no joke. It's a big result. And yeah, I think it's purely mental. They have a lot of talent on the roster. It's not the issue. I think they can match up. It is just, being ready on the day for the game.
Gotta bring the vibes, man.
Yeah.
It's like I kind of like, you say how there's this sort of like underdog, or like this mentality that MOUZ have always gotten beaten down, but I think Vitality might play worse against a team that they've never played against before, i.e. Legacy, just hitting them with the 13-3 over the head, and Inferno,
exactly.
something like that. is like Vitality don't have that kind of confidence against that team who had so much momentum. So it's like, can the Mongols have that kind of momentum going into this final? I think that's something we get into later this show.
I don't know if you know, but this is the #1 Mongolian.
Right here I've got a flag over there. I've got a.
Honestly, if there was like a time for an upset, it is today.
Let's go the Mongols! All right.
All right. We're known for hard-hitting investigative journalism here. You've seen the show. Clearly very serious show. So I do have to do my due diligence. Any window into what the thought is in the team for you for next season, what the thinking is, what the priorities are, what the goals are?
I'm not involved in any deeper talks. I think it's just, take a break, come back, work hard, and do better. Like, we have to do better, or else, there's not really a future for the lineup at the end of next season. So, yeah, just have to give it our all.
And now the really serious question. How much of a do you like on the end of Twistzz?
No. We got to stop that. Just Twistzz.
Just Twistzz?
Yeah.
Twistzz.
So just Twist. But just Twist or just Twistzz?
Twistzz.
That's solid. There's an art to it, man. Come on.
I don't say my own alias that often, so it's a bit.
You don't think about it.
Look, Twistzz, the Swedish player, is basically gone, so we can just go to Twistzz at this point, right?
Just claim it, eminent domain it, erase him from history.
I mean, hey, like the talent people create the narrative, so if they just start doing it, I have
no control.
I can't really stop that from happening. Yeah.
The worst is when we ask a player, we're like, hey, do you like your name said this way or that way? And they go, oh, I don't care. It's like, no, but you gotta tell me one, otherwise I'm just making it up.
You're gonna make something up. Yeah, exactly.
Pick now, please.
I love it, man.
All right, so just the Twistzz. And now, we have a very important question. Unfortunately, the have a nice conversation portion is over. I don't know how nice you thought that conversation was, but we'll keep going. We have to switch over to something very different here. Would you be interested in playing a little bit of a game that we've cooked up?
Of course.
Excellent answer, because you didn't have a choice. Without further ado, let's get into our last game of the major. This is Closest Sticker 2.
What's happening here?
It's the bumper!
I actually have no clue what's going on with this one yet. I'm very excited to learn.
Well, fellas, I've materialized from the couch back into my little corner that is covered in confetti. Please don't do any more party poppers, guys. Anyways, hello! No, please! Hello, and welcome to Closest Sticker 2, or CST for short. It's an exciting game that will no way frustrate you, please don't party popper, or ruin your life. Oh my goodness. So, don't worry. We're gonna be asking questions about different images we're going to show on that TV over there. Each question will have an answer somewhere in the image, and it's up to all of us to answer whatever the question is by putting these little stickers of our faces next to the place on the photo that answers this question the closest. Whoever's face is closest to the right point on the image will score points, while the rest will be ridiculed. Does that general game show idea sound all right to you guys? You guys have your own branded stickers too, isn't that great?
It does.
I've got hair in these stickers.
I think my stickers may have had a little bit too much fun before the show. They're not unsticking. Oh, there we go. All right, success. I have tiny stickers of my own face.
Good.
That's great.
Wow.
Well,
Beautiful.
I think
This is a bit bigger than mine.
I mean, these guys are getting.
Sticker?
I do have a big head.
Guys, stop playing
I don't know
Barbie.
if it's quite
Guys,
that
stop
much
playing
bigger than other
Barbie. Stop
people.
playing Barbie. Stop playing
This
Barbie.
photo may or may not be outdated.
You can't make me do anything, Fi.
No.
I'm my own man.
This photo was like from 3 years ago.
Yeah, this is my old teeth.
Your old teeth?
I got my teeth done, dude.
They got a whole new set of
Look
teeth?
at my gums.
Yeah, no.
It's all gums, not teeth. And I have hair. That's a good part.
All right, Fi, what you got for us?
All right. Well, anyways, let's just go ahead and get that first image up on the screen, and let's get sticky. Who wrote that in this? Oh my God.
You did.
Question 1. Counter-Strike has been full of eras and has had 21 major champions with 73 different major winners.
Oh no.
So, which country has the most major winners?
Wow.
Now, Yeah.
I'm between two. I'm between two.
This is the best one to say. I suck
Between
at
two
geography.
questions here. Between a couple of countries, you know, Australis won a couple of majors.
They did, but then no one else has. We're talking about individuals, not individual major wins. We're talking about individual players.
Yes, individual players.
Okay,
right?
that's different.
Wait. So like the overall country, how many winners from the country?
Yeah, how many
Individual
different
players there are, not how many majors.
Yes.
'Cause otherwise
How
it'd be
many
Denmark
different
walking,
players
right?
from a country?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm with you.
Should I do something different?
I mean, you could go.
mean, it's
My
up to
other
you,
choice is Sweden.
Yeah.
But if I knew where Sweden was, I would play.
I'll help you out with that, bud.
I think it's Sweden. Or
I think
Russia.
he just went for Sweden mark right there.
Wait, okay. I hope you got it. I'm a
Good answer.
Find out.
All right, let us go ahead
like-
and
I think
find
it was
out
Gambit,
how many,
Navi,
which country.
Gambit, Navi, and Outsiders,
Yeah.
and Spirit.
And Spirit.
So I'm pretty sure it's should be Russia.
I think it is.
Let's go ahead and reveal the answer here on the screen. It indeed is Russia. Nice. I believe they've got 13 different major winners ranging from electronic, Doja, to Donk. All different ranges, ages, and different levels of fragging power. No offense, Doja. All right. Now,
But that nade though.
that name was sick.
name,
But that name was sick, guys. We need a graffiti, bro. Graffiti. Bro,
Give
they
me
were
a bit
just,
of time with that, okay?
they were giving graffitis out like hotcakes back in the day.
We need some
man.
feeties. We need some feeties. It's been so long.
Oh fuck! I
All
need
right.
to take it back.
I think so. Well, presumably the image changes, right?
Oh,
Yes.
no. It's okay. We're good.
Twistzz is
live there
forever bound. Well, now, question 2.
Shout out to the Airbnb TV.
Now, when it comes to Coldzera's jumping double, we all know that the first face was a Dren. But who's first in line in the following famous mid-air collateral? Who was first in line?
I think it was Elige. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. On his nostril.
On his Adam's
Left
apple.
I mean, who gets points for the closest
right
answer? Like,
nostril.
what's the closest part of Elige that
My
we could,
left.
like?
Well,
You know how the
technically,
Egyptians
like,
said that like the
my
heart
sticker
was
is
like
closer
in
to
the
where it
brain
might
or
have
something
actually
like
been
that?
Because it was not a jumping headshot collateral, so.
All right, Elige has been
Anointed.
anointed with
we ready?
stickers. And are we ready? Shall we show the clip here? It is Elige.
Nice, amazing. We know
There we
ball.
go.
We know ball.
Elige was indeed first in line to Coldzera's jumping double. It was Elige and simple. Like, are you kidding me? Like, if you want to take down 2 players with a jumping up back then,
That's a good one.
and we're all gonna rewatch this for the extreme pain factor.
I understand. And Dren comes back from underground to be the first guy, upper B. Does that really just happen right now?
Yo, if Nick threw that flash, that might have changed.
As far as CS was so, no man, extremely questionable.
But you know, I don't know if you've seen Steele's tweets lately, but you know the fundamentals back then, 2018.
When you watch the CS
beat
in 20,
everyone.
Dude.
when you watch CS in 2014, 2015, people
my
are still
God, yeah.
full jumping with Glocks.
It was so.
full jumping with Glocks.
I've
man.
had to watch so many games. I do a little like research this on YouTube, and I had to watch like a 2015 train game. That was like people are just jumping across angles, praying the op doesn't hit them,
Yeah.
dude. It's
There's
like
no flashes,
nothing.
nothing.
No, nothing.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
is utility?
And they say
What is an
Fnatic had
attitude?
an era. Anyways,
Look, the Tech 9 from Olaf just running out and killing 4
It was
guys
a good
on site
strat. It was a
great.
good strat.
they win. If you can win every force buy, wow, I could win every major too. All right. Question 3. To celebrate this defining moment in CS history, Coldzera got a tattoo of this graffiti immortalizing his play somewhere on his body. Where is the jumping op tattoo
Colt has
on
a lot of
Coldzera?
tattoos these days.
Oh my god.
He's got a lot of tattoos, man. Got one
I don't
tattoo
know.
for.
I'm gonna go with
Dude,
arm, but
I have a feel. Is it? It's not his leg.
I think it's gotta be the arm, right?
It's gonna
arm
be
or
left
chest.
or right. Yeah, I mean, I was.
I don't know. I am guessing.
Yeah.
if he likes to show it, probably.
Someone should guess the other arm. I'll guess the other arm if we're not thinking.
I'm
I
gonna
have
guess
no
the other
clue.
arm.
I think
I
it's
don't
right
know.
arm. Is he a righty?
I was even his teammate at one point, and yeah, I don't know about that.
If he's a righty, it's his right arm for sure, bro. Like,
All right.
I feel like it would be his mouse arm, no?
I'm gonna say right.
That's whatever. I did it for the team.
And we'll see. Twistzz
Right on
took
his
one
forehead.
for the team. And
His chest.
No, what is that?
Is that the arm or is that the body?
I think he.
that's inside of his
inside of his
bicep.
arm.
Inside of his bicep on his right arm.
Clearly, he got his rib tattooed.
Ah, there we go.
Okay,
There it is.
fair.
Yep.
That's low-key fire.
But shout out to Twistzz for taking one for the team.
The beast.
And I think that would go to Omar Alof right there.
Based
I think
on
so.
based on your circle. Omar's got that.
Shout out to Twistzz for taking one for the team. He is a big time team player.
forward.
He'll run in first for y'all.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Question 4. In the Boston Major Finals, Stewie 2K is busy locking down the B side of Inferno. They're trying to build pyramids. There's no more clay. But, anyways, where the hell is Kerrigan when time runs out?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue.
They were setting up a B split.
They were setting
up a B split, and I know Finn. Finn is always pushing the boundaries on the other side of the map. So.
Marlov just.
I gotta be safe.
Oh my goodness.
He's really dragging it.
Honestly, can I have 2? I'm about to lock in the second position.
I think you can move your stickers. We'll give you guys 10 seconds to lock in your guess. Right here.
Dude, it's a bit stuck. Honestly, I feel like he made it over here somewhere.
All right.
When the freeze time ran. Or the time.
Guesses have been locked in. Where the hell is Kerrigan? As Stewie locking down the B site. Let's reveal it. Right there.
Wow, okay.
In sight of New Box, but not enough to take down Stewart 2K. Do we have the clip locked and loaded?
I think you get that one.
Yeah, and I think that definitely goes to Mr.
Russell.
Russell Van Dolken. We'll go ahead and watch the round and play, and you can see where Kerrigan running through with the UMP. 30 minutes late to the B bomb
Bro, he was
site.
halls? The heck?
And they're going to run back. Kerrigan goes for the arch lurk with 15 seconds on the clock.
Automatic's going towards lane.
Oh.
Nothing else is going on. He's got to go back. Stewie's on his own. But look at the time. Look at the time. There's 7 seconds to plant the bomb.
Kerrigan even gets the kill as well onto automatic and spawn.
Is this live?
We're going to overtime.
Wow.
And Kerrigan stuck in CT spawn. Twistzz on the money with it.
That was fire.
Beautiful stuff.
Amazing.
You may collect your stickers as we transition into the next question. So, Device is busy lifting the Star Ladder Berlin Major Trophy. However, unfortunately, there are some technical difficulties. Someone forgot to screw in something. Which part of the trophy breaks?
I drew this moment in MS Paint.
No. The whole thing fell off. No, it wasn't only this.
It was like the whole butt base.
Was it only? This is the base?
I think so, because there's just a bunch of wires sticking out of it.
Okay, yeah.
It's a base.
Then I'll lock in as well.
This is where we find out that I'm wrong.
I thought it was the whole bottom part.
Well, then lock it in. Lock it in.
I think
Don't trust me. I don't know things.
He's gonna go for.
I'm going for the upper area.
Going for the upper area.
I think this
You
whole.
might take that actually.
I don't know. I thought a lot of it fell off.
Twistzz again, taking one for the team. He's going for the outside pick. And let's go ahead and reveal. It indeed is just the bottom screw, unfortunately.
It's crazy how you're just outside of that blue part. Like, what is sideways?
Twistzz the pixel off. I want to give him the point anyways, man, but there he goes as he goes in for the big old lift. Hello there.
Yeah, I drew this for him.
Can I have my face back?
That's pretty funny. Oh shit, yeah.
And that might be the last major Device ever wins. Well, anyways, question number 6. In 2014, Shroud had an Eco Round 3K to force overtime versus iBuyPower in the SEVO Finals.
Oh god, it's SEVO.
It was a bracket reset, and iBuyPower nearly gonna pull it off until he pulled off a highlight with which gun and where is it in the buy menu?
Dude, I haven't seen this buy menu in a minute.
What are you doing to me?
Bro.
I'm just guessing a random spot.
No. This is pistols. I'm gonna help you out already.
I know. I think I don't know. I don't remember this round, but
SMG shotguns and then
Okay.
Is this where he got the Shroud name on cash?
Indeed.
Ah, okay. Then you're.
CZ was ridiculous back then, right?
This is where it is, no?
Yeah, this would have been default. This would have been P250. Oh no, this is P250 dualies, CZ or 5.7.
Yeah,
right?
And Omarlov is just there for moral support.
Was it an SMG?
No, it was a CZ.
Yeah.
Omarlov swooping in.
Okay, either way, it was 5.7 or CZ. He was for sure using pistol.
Yeah.
He had another moment with an A4, but it was CZ, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Shall we reveal what gun Shroud was using at the top of Shroud? It indeed was the 5.7.
No!
It was a CZ.
Team effort there. Team
I want
effort.
to be different, dude.
Three kills. 3 kills with 1 CZ. Are you still a CZ enjoyer to this day, Twistzz? Or are you a 5.7 user?
Tech
The 5.7 is so good right now.
5.7.
Even though we do remember some good old CZ clips from you, but I guess the 5.7's too OP
They
these days.
secretly nerfed this gun over time, over and over again.
When I first started casting, Sivo, their go-to Vs were like a slideshow every damn time. So seeing Sivo is giving me trauma.
Dude, look at the land, man. I missed that.
It's like one frame every 30
Shrouds,
seconds.
let them all pass.
It has no recoil.
Listening to the mics on these old clips.
Honestly, they should go back.
Audio's
Just
come a long
one
way.
nostalgia land.
Yeah, you want the scratchy
Like
ass
bad quality,
showcast.
bad mics.
Yeah, call it
no observer HUD. There's just no HUD, fancy HUD. Default one.
Old Go TV smokes look like shit once again.
Call it like 2014 LAN, party like
do it.
Yeah.
Party like NIP is still the best team
They
in
should
the
have
world.
a retro LAN, like 2014 Katowice. It's just in the title.
He's just giving these ideas away for free.
I mean,
This is content right here.
fellas, you never know who's watching this stream. It could be the next great
God.
tournament organizer.
Okay, no, it's against Cloud9. I was looking over for netcode, guys.
But anyways, you're looking for netcode gods. No, that didn't happen versus netcode gods.
Oh, man.
Anyways, question 7. We got a little bit more of geography, but perhaps a bit more relevant to the tournament. The Mongols, believe it or not, are from Mongolia.
Wow. It's like here. Yeah.
Where is Mongolia?
I looked this up.
Put Mongolia on the map.
These people are men after my own heart, man.
I googled it a few days ago.
Mount Everest is somewhere around here.
Mount Everest is not down there, but I like your enthusiasm.
Down here. I'll just
Alright, anyways, we're not here
That's
to be.
not a good area right now.
We
to be
all
in.
we care is about the Mongols. They're not out there. Where's Mongolia? Ta-da!
The real question is, can we find Ulaanbaatar on the map? And the answer is no.
Oh, the way
We
you.
have to zoom in for that.
By the way, the way
Quite a
you
bit.
can say "Let's go Mongols" is you say "Uhe Mongols." Right?
Mongols.
Uhe Mongols.
Uhe Mongols.
Uhe Mongols.
How much are they
Absolutely.
paying?
How's your throat singing, Fi?
How much are they paying?
My throat's
much is
so
it? How
cooked
much
right
they
now. I
paying
think you
you,
guys might be able to hear, but I lost my voice yesterday, and I'm gonna lose it again today. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time. Let's go ahead and check out the scoreboard to see who our final winner is of the damn major. And Twistzz, even though he was taking one for the team, even though he was out there, Twistzz tying up with Darth Mike.
Appreciate.
Well done.
And just remember, Darth Mike is an
is this
absolute
photo?
turbo nerd who
It's not
watches.
even you, no?
I'm from 2013.
Still
ESCA
what it
invite
is,
LAN
yeah?
finals, yeah. Where I couldn't fit my jersey, so I put it over my neck.
Bro, that's actually funny.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. Do we have a prize? What's the prize?
I'm good.
Here we go.
I'm good.
Well, congratulations, both Twistzz and Mike. You have tied yourself for the most knowledgeable Counter-Strike player ever. And because we're packing up after this episode, you get to win whatever you want from the set! What do you want? Do you want like one of our very expensive cameras? Would you like? There's also that Sonic poster above. You want to grab the Sonic poster?
Wait, we have a tiebreaker.
We have a tiebreaker.
tiebreaker.
Wait,
We made a tiebreaker.
Come up.
Hold on,
We've
let me
come
get
up
my
with a
stickers.
tiebreaker.
Oh, I need to lock in.
We're locking in.
You can use mine.
Hold on. Hold.
I'm just gonna leave Omar in the middle.
All right.
I'll be with you guys.
Just there on the
All right.
top to watch over us.
I got you.
What do we got? Tiebreaker.
It's on the fly. No, it's not even on the prompter.
I'm just gonna yell this, okay, ready?
All right, producer's yelling this.
He's yelling it.
Okay, this is the first bullet in the AK spray pattern. Where is the 12th?
Oh. And this is
I'm losing this.
Put his on first.
Mike, what yours on first?
Can we call it a leash? Can we call it a
Okay,
leash?
wait. So he has to put his first?
Yeah, let him put his first.
Yeah, because
Don't follow me. That's all I'll tell you.
yes. So just to repeat the question for the viewers at home.
Knowing
That
things,
that
yes.
dot on the
Mechanical
screen is
skill,
the
no.
first bullet of the AK. Where is the 12th bullet of the AK spray?
It's cooked. I'm cooked.
It goes up,
right.
it goes like, no, it goes up, right, left,
Yes.
and then it back to the right.
So by that point, exactly.
Yeah.
Darth Mike, I mean, he whiffs his AK spray all the time, so if he gets this right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What?
Is way out there.
There's no way.
4, 5, 6.
But Twistzz is still damn closer
Yeah, the
to
thing
the
is, I never let it go
12th
that far.
bullet of the spray.
Talking about
Yeah, you know, if you get to the 12th bullet of the spray, you're probably dead
Yeah,
already.
you don't get the 12 bullets.
You're right.
And also, like,
12 bullets, 5 players on the enemy team. I don't need all 12.
Because they're probably going to first bullet headshot me anyways. Well, Twistzz racks one up on the board and is the winner!
Big dub.
Anything on the set you want, from a pillow to one of our very expensive cameras. Oh wait, that's part of the Airbnb.
You want a teleprompter?
wait.
You want to take the teleprompter?
Hold up.
Oh, he's taking the trophy!
Can we do a lift?
Play the clip.
Let's lift it.
Play the clip.
Play the clip.
Is it in 4K?
He took the Alienware 4K Player of the Day trophy.
No, we gotta find it. Where's that put it down like that?
That's not the right. There it is.
Oh, find the clip.
It's coming.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem so good though.
Oh, this is like that one that fell apart.
Oh, it's like I got the Starlighter trophy.
You got the Star Ladder trophy. Twistzz out here saying you got the Star Ladder trophy is insane.
I don't want to expose anyone right now, but there is some tape right now.
It's okay. It made it through every time we had to give it away, so it's done its job.
I'm sure there's not going to be any logistical problems with
It's
that
done
one.
its job. That beautiful trophy.
Well, we're done with CS2. That is, sticker 2. And now we can move on to more CS2. But the good one first. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Wow.
Take me out with this.
Wow.
I love motion graphics. Giving stuff from the show away. I say we continue that and give something else away that we actually planned for.
Good idea. How about this brand spanking new 27-inch Alienware OLED monitor?
Great idea. Can you do the thumbs up from the video? That's beautiful. That's iconic. Good idea, especially because we already advertised we were going to do that multiple times during the show. In fact, let's do it again.
We're giving away a brand spanking new 27-inch Alienware OLED monitor, and all you have to do to enter is type in the chat. Anyone who's chatted this entire show will be entered to win.
And because we like to pretend we have friends, we're making every entry a chat. Every chat an entry to the giveaway, perhaps. Chat more for a better chance to win.
And what better reason to chat than to argue about who's going to do well at the major today?
Time to talk about predictions. Good idea. Let's fight about who we think wins it all. And this time we only have to talk about one, right? Vitality. Mongols, man. Who you got, Twistzz?
I think there is upset potential.
Okay.
I like that.
I think there is upset potential. Although Rops is my good friend,
Yeah.
I think Mongols has a real chance today. Like if they shake the nerves,
How about
I would
Senzu
take
turning into a
Mongols.
stage player, man?
yeah, he's leveled up big time. Big performances from him. I would say 2-1 Mongols.
I Oh.
Yo, you're a man after my own heart over here, dude.
In favor of the Mongols.
Love goals! Green baby, you love the Mongols!
Yeah.
My honest reaction to that?
I think 9-10 storyline has me by the chokehold, man. It's so inspiring. It's awesome. I think he definitely deserves that spotlight.
From a coal mining town in Darkhan, Mongolia. It's just a coal mining town, and he took the train to Ulaanbaatar every day.
All right, you've all put me in the fun position of having to actually argue for the expected favorite. Look, Vitality, come on. They have the second longest streak of undefeated games. They only lost it because of BO1s in the first stage of the major. Shout out to Legacy.
Bro, they got
unexpected.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but they would have won in the next two. Come on, you watch any of those BO5s? Come on. Look, they've been on an incredible run. They're playing incredible CS. They've got Zaiwu, who's leveled up in such a way that, again, when we're talking about people leveling up in stage games, he's now become the guy who seizes the game by the balls a lot of the time. They have Rops, who has just been unreal. Everyone's playing beautifully. It's Flamesy's 22nd birthday on the 22nd of June to win the 22nd major ever. The stars are aligning for this to be the Vitality win. Also, if they don't win, then we have to do this awkward thing where we're like, well, it's not in a year out, it's not in a year out, they didn't win the major. And if they win, then we just got a really neat contained narrative and storyline, which makes my job so much easier. Now, the flip side of that, of course, is that if Mongols win, holy shit, a Mongolian team won a major, which is crazy!
The Asian team for the first time.
Any Asian team!
And they already made it farther than any other Asian team ever in a major, so.
And they're so young, too.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at their past matchups, Mongols is getting closer and closer to beating them. Like I think the decider map in their last series was 13-11.
Ooh. Yeah, they almost ended the streak back in Dallas.
Yeah, they got so close. So I feel like, and they just started leveling up on stage, to be completely honest. So I think there's a real chance for them. And Vitality is kind of looking a bit exhausted, tired. So
I'm hoping to see that 2-1 cinema too, man. That's gonna be epic, dude. The
But I'm
crowds are going wild.
surely you're exhausted, tired, but like any ounce of energy left in your body is going into a major grand final, right? Like, you've been on these crazy streaks before where you're on a run. I mean, there was the Grand Slam streak with you guys where it was like, when are we gonna do it? You know, that kind of thing. Like, in those big moments at the end, is there just like a next level you find, a next gear you unlock?
I think so. I mean, they've been in so many, like, I mean, their BO5s they've played in the big events, like, were not easy. This is not like a 3-0 pushover, you know? They're going all 5 maps, usually. And that can be very exhausting to play to the very end. Now, maybe they do hit another gear, but I will say they're looking weaker and weaker with each series they play.
Do you think that that's about them looking weaker or about everybody else watching their games so constantly that they're running out of like new things to reveal?
I mean, to be honest, in the current state of CS2, there's no wild new tactic that can be really brought out. I mean, the game is at such an individual level right now, and that's, you can argue Vitality has some like 5 best individuals in their roles right now performing. So I think that really pushes them over. But when the individual form might take a small dip, I think that's when teams like, I mean, Mongols, they just have so much firepower. Like individually, it's so much firepower. Every time I played them, at like group stages or whatever, they don't even go outside between the maps. They're just all 5 playing aimbots. So it's just like, you know, they're staying so locked in. They're not talking. They're not doing anything outside. Yeah, I don't know. I just really feel it. I really feel like today, like it's their chance to shock the CS world.
We were talking about that discipline a little bit yesterday. Would you say like they're one of the most disciplined, like as far as like in the tournament teams right now?
I think so. I mean, their team play is on point, and I will say Blitz is very smart tactically. Like, they're not doing anything that other teams have not seen before, but his way to kind of like change timings of the rounds that they do have and kind of put his individuals in positions to shine. Yeah, and also putting himself in positions to shine. I mean, I remember, who did they played G2. Yeah, Blitz just
just ran down
Blitz
mid, dude.
Went out mid, ran, like, they missed door smoke, he still goes down suicide, out mid door. It's a CT door smoke. He walks through it, insta headshots 2 players, self flashes through CT spawn.
The show must go on, dude. It's wild. I like that mentality. That's cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Look, you're saying it's prime for the upset. It's prime for the Cinderella story. Rarely do majors in North America go to expectations, so it feels like this might be the next one in a long line of it. So We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out when the games begin. And now that's our show. But before we say goodbye, it's time to pull out our winner.
We are giving away this Alienware OLED monitor to one lucky person who's typed in chat this episode. They'll get to experience the inky blacks of the OLED panel, the high refresh rate, and low input latency, all for the price of one message.
Okay, Zach, who is our lucky winner?
Congratulations to Arctic Supra 18. We'll reach out to you. We'll reach out to you in a Twitch message to get your details. And to anyone who didn't win,
How does it work? How does this work?
I don't know how this
Twist
works.
it. Twist.
Wait, what? Which way? Which way?
This way.
No, other way.
Other way?
Yes.
No.
Are you sure?
Get a good grip at
What?
the bottom. Yeah, you had it. Yeah.
What?
Tight.
Dude, it's so.
Hold it. Yeah, right there.
Oh.
I can now put on my resume, I have Coach Twistzz. Let's go! But yes, we'll reach out to you in a message, get your details. And to anyone who hasn't, who didn't win this entire weekend, Alienware will be doing this on Twitter. So make sure to send a tweet over to Alienware. And again, hopefully Alienware hires us to do this again and give more monitors away in the future.
Hell yeah! Come on, Alienware. We love you. And we love Twistzz. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. You want the people to find you this camera, this camera, this camera, that camera, Pi's camera. Plug whatever you'd like to plug.
Thanks for supporting Liquid. Thanks for supporting Alienware. Thanks for supporting me. And enjoy the major final.
Yeah! Thank you, Alienware. We love you, Alienware.